My name is Nicole Albanese, and I'm a senior in the college studying American Studies and Theater. And for my American Studies thesis, I did a performance which is called The Church as Ark, a performance ethnography of water, memory, and community at Southwest DC's Riverside Baptist Church. So, in this non-traditional thesis project, I took on the form of a performance and used the methods of performance ethnography and dramatic adaptation to collage the complex and vibrant identity of Riverside Baptist Church, which sits across the street from the District Wharf in Southwest DC. Despite its modern appearance as a new construction, Riverside Baptist Church has existed in DC Southwest since 1857. So Riverside as a physical space has undergone many iterations of destruction and reconstruction, and has borne witness to the dramatic shifts in the urban landscape of Southwest through industrialization, urban renewal, and gentrification. So this being a performance, I decided to approach my research as a performance ethnographer would. So this is the mode which is known as radical empiricism and functioning as a participant observer. So this basically means that in my field work, I wanted to not only be observing what was happening before me, but actively participating in it and reflecting on how I myself was affected by the experience and allowing that to feed into my writing of my performance. So this meant that I would go to Riverside Baptist Church every Sunday, at least most Sundays, as often as I could, and I would worship with them. I would sing along to the music. I would mingle with everybody afterwards over coffee cake, and I even was recruited to sing in the choir, which was amazing because I got to make actual relationships with people, and I was able to kind of feel how that was like to actually be an active member of this community. So fieldwork was a whole element of my research, which I was observing the space, the physical space of Riverside and how that space performs its identity, and then as well participating and observing the people within that space and their ritual and the performative elements of that, which all fed into my writing. And another element of it was I had many primary sources I pulled from, largely from the church archives, which were a little disorganized because they recently moved into this new space, but there were really interesting artifacts I found there, such as old sermons, old song booklets from the church, photographs, letters, all these really interesting pieces of primary sources that I pulled from the church archives. And then I also went into the newspapers. So I looked at the Evening Star, the historical DC publication, and I pulled information from that too. And basically my process of writing was adapting all these primary sources I collected in addition to interviews I'd done and adapting that into the mode of performance. So, this was also shaped by my faculty advisor, Derek Goldman, who has done a lot of this type of work of using performance to overcome cultural barriers and differences in people, and to also be an act of witnessing someone else and their own experience and performing memory. So he was also a really helpful guide throughout this project in helping me my approach to the research and all the ethics and difficulties that come along with performance ethnography, and then also my adaptation of that research into performance. So overall, it was a really amazing experience. Part of my goal in doing a performance was to give it back to the community so that I wasn't just taking from them to make something for myself, but to take things from them and then give it back to them in a new form so that they could witness being seen by someone else, basically. But unfortunately, because of COVID-19, I was not able to present a reading to them as I initially had planned. So that is something I'm hoping to do in the future, because this project I think will have length beyond Georgetown. So I'm excited to develop it in a series of readings that can eventually be given back to the community, because I'm so grateful for the community. They were so welcoming to me, and it was truly an incredible experience to get to know them. So that is my project. It is a very inventive performance, I like to say, with many different styles of adaptation, music, movement, space, visual aspects, and I hope that everyone will be able to read it someday. Thank you.